Hey guys, how's it going? This week I want to talk about a couple different things in the squat, primarily fixing the elbow position and the head position. These are the two things that I see get messed up a lot. So here's a couple cues that work for me to help kind of fix that. Here's my artwork and my amazing artwork to help demonstrate that. So here we have the wrong way of doing it. So we can see the head position pushed forward, almost like a turtle, right? So all the way out here, and the elbows are flared way back here, like that. We see this very often, and it works for some people, but these are just guidelines and not obsolete. Leo, stop it! It's going crazy over there. There's always exceptions to every rule, so don't take this to heart. This is 90% of the time, this will work, right? So we see elbows flaring back, head forward, creating this huge distance right here, right? We want to try to close that distance as much as possible and keep that center of gravity basically as compact as possible, reducing the amount of work we have to do to fight the squat. So over here we have the right way of doing it. The head is pushed back. The cue that helps me is create a double chin, right? So instead of going out here, breathe in and push back, right? So you should not look pretty on camera when you're squatting. Just think double chin. That helps me, and that's giving me good progress. The second part is the elbow. We don't want the elbow flaring back, because all you're doing is you're just pushing that bar into your head, and you're gonna get this butt wink good morning type of exercise. So what helps me is you don't want to push the elbow straight down, because the bar is gonna roll off your back. So you want to kind of line up your elbow with your body. So almost like visualize pulling your elbows back towards the corner of the wall behind you, where the wall and the floor meet. So 45-degree angle, boom, right? Head back, elbows straight down. We're reducing that distance, right? Closing everything in. So here's a couple videos of me doing the wrong way and the right way. So pay attention to my head position here. As I take that breath, I kind of push my head forward and chin over my toes. You can still see me kind of push my head back as I come up, just out of habit, but still this is the wrong way of doing it. You don't want to drive your head forward as you're squatting, especially after your breath. Get everything compact. So on this working set, you can see as I take my breath, I kind of retract my head back and try my hardest to create a double chin effect. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but it's a lot better than the previous video where my head is forward. I breathe in and I kind of drive my head back, and then the elbows as well, I'm driving them into the corner behind me. They're nice and tucked, lats are tight. So the second part I want to talk about just really quickly is the breathing. We can talk about this for hours, but the key component of this is where the breath comes from and what we do with it, right? So if you guys want more detail about this, head over to Amber Abway's channel. She does a really good job explaining how to breathe, how to brace, all these things. So breathing does not equal bracing. A lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take a huge breath, hold it, and do my squat. That's wrong, right? And the easiest way to tell is look at the chest and the collarbones. So if I just stand here and I take a breath and I hold my chest rises, that's wrong, right? So if I take a deep breath, nothing in here moves because the breath comes from the diaphragm. So let's pretend these are torsos. So a lot of people do this wrong, right? So they'll breathe in and they'll suck the air into their lungs, like that. All the pressure is up in the chest cavity. That doesn't really do us any good. We want to pressurize our torso. That's what's going to keep us, give us a rigid spine and protect our spine, and just be able to transfer that force into the ground better. So what we want to do is kind of breathe in from the diaphragm. The chest doesn't rise, and we push the air not only down into our bellies, but think of a full 360, right? So we want to pressurize the entire torso. Think of almost like a piston pushing down. You want to breathe in from the diaphragm and push that air down and all the way around 360 degrees, not just out into your belly. So I'm going to show you a couple of videos, the same ones from before, and this time let's pay attention to how I breathe and what I do with that breath, how I brace and pressurize my torso. So watch what happens when I breathe in. My chest rises and the air kind of stays there. This also creates an arch in my back, which you don't want to do. This destabilizes your spine. You want to keep a rigid torso, and don't arch, and don't keep the air in your chest. So here, I breathe in, my chest does not rise, and I don't arch my back. Everything stays straight in one line, everything's lined up, and I feel a lot more stable, and I can actually generate the force from the ground into my legs, through my hips, into the bar. So again, I breathe in, chest doesn't rise. It's hard to tell here, I'm wearing kind of a baggy shirt, but if you pay attention to my belly, you can see the air comes from my diaphragm, and then I brace down, I kind of tighten abs. What helps me think of this is think of like you're almost like about to get punched in the stomach, right? So you want to kind of... Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and this was helpful. Drop me a comment or shoot me an email, request any videos, or if you want me to elaborate on anything I talked about today, I'll be more than happy to make another video next week. Yeah, thanks for watching guys.